Well, hey, friends, it's Pastor Joe one last time. And so Christmas is over. Winter break's still going. Got this little bit of time. How do you continue the season in a meaningful way? In a way that is creating moments to connect with your kids and to continue this story about how Christmas goes on? Well, the church tradition has had that Christmas begins on Christmas Day and that those 12 days of Christmas carry on through the end of the year and into January. And on January 6th is a day that the church has celebrated for a long time called Epiphany. That day is a special day that is focused on remembering when the wise men came to visit Jesus. Because remember, they wouldn't have visited him when he was a baby. They would have come maybe over a year later when he was a little boy. And they came seeking him. And it's amazing because these travelers from another culture who are completely disconnected from the rescue story God had been telling, they know and they come to see this true King of Kings and they seek him out. So that's why we celebrate. And it's on January 6th is the day that that's celebrated. This year it's a Wednesday. So what we're going to do in our family is to have something to look forward to and to kind of extend this season and to recognize this time focused on the birth of Christ. We're going to have a good old fashioned Epiphany Party. And so, what the church has done to celebrate this in the past, there's many cultures that will make a special cake called a king cake. In Mardi Gras, in New Orleans tradition, that's kind of where the king cakes with all the bright colors come from. One of the traditions related to that is not just having a cake, because cake is awesome, but they would often bake something special into the cake. Sometimes it was like a little fava bean. Sometimes it was a little plastic baby Jesus that looks a little something like this thing right here. Isn't that this is weird? Uh, that one's a little creepy, but you can find little different ones, all different kinds of things like this. And there's plenty of time now that if you want to Amazon it, you can try and get it for your purposes. But a little something like that could work great. Um, if you want to do that, sure. But you can find ones like that, making that moment that's a little surprise. Whichever person gets the slice of the cake that has it, they get a special prize. And that's part of the excitement, that moment of the fact that the wise men were looking for this king. And so it's a chance to make a little moment for that. And I have a couple other suggestions down in the description describing ways that you can take this time to be kind of deliberate and intentional and special, whether that's decorating with special lights or having special songs, having that to connect with and be a moment where you as a family can be focused on the coming of the kings, like reading the story of the magi in Matthew 2, verses 1 through 12, and remembering the story of how they came searching for this king so that they could worship him, so they could honor him, and how we still are every day searching and looking for the one who is the king. In Christmas, it's easy to focus on him as a little baby, but they saw a really big picture of what it was all about. And so it's a great chance for us to make that intentional moment. Some of the ideas for this came again from that book that I really liked, Faithful Families for Advent and Christmas by Tracy Smith. And there's a link down below to check on a way you can purchase that book. But there's also another cool thing that our family's done for a couple years. There's a little set that's called Star from Afar. It's kind of like Elf on a Shelf, only Star from Afar. And we did it all through the Advent season, and it's a great time to kind of continue with that, with the wise men following the star. And it's a little nativity set with a star. They're all made out of wood, and the star moves all over our house. And so the kids look for it every morning to see where the star has moved. And they're getting older now, so we're starting to hide it a little more carefully. But the idea that it arrives at the birthplace, that it comes to that point where the baby is. And so that could be something that could be a cool way to kind of extend the season and have that time focused to just to pause and connect with the fact that they were seeking, that they were looking out for him, and that's where we are as well, is to be seeking after Jesus just in our everyday lives. So simple ideas, ways to continue this concept of Christmas and make it something that's important. So there's links down below as well as a description so that you can see how you could use this as an opportunity to grow further as a family. Um, this season is going to be unique. And that's why I've made these 3 videos to just give you an encouragement of how to be intentional, how to use this time well with your family, how to be a little bit more deliberate about so that this time that's different isn't just different bad, but that maybe it's a different opportunity to make new kinds of memories, to maybe start a new tradition, and to be intentional in making those memories and moments with kids so that they are drawn into the story of Jesus and why it is central to everything. So I hope this is an encouragement to you. I hope this season is special for you and your family. I'm praying for you. And it's a time where we have an incredible opportunity to bless our kids and to live into what it means for us to raise them to understand the good news about Jesus. So hope that's helpful. I'll see you all soon. Merry Christmas.